Welcome back, people. I know you guys hear all this wind blowing. It's because they're doing this up here. Right? It just amazes me how many people can walk, not look up and see this being done. Right? Something just blew in my eye. Oh man. As you see this over here, right? Let's get a zoom in on that. Right? It's totally weird. But again, people don't pay attention to the things that's going on. And while they're planning on this big divide, because I told people December the 15th, okay, if you guys hear me, without this strong wind blowing, I wouldn't be surprised if the Most High opened up that, one window where the wind blows with force. But anyway, take a look over here at all these people over here. But, yeah, all in all, they're going to further divide the people, because December the 15th is going to be a really big surprise for everybody. And I'm not the one to call out, I'm not going to say I'm not the one to call out dates. I'm so sorry, guys, with this wind. It's just hectic out here. So anyway, so divided. There's going to be so much chaos because I'm just looking at the writing on the wall, people. We know how they work in intervals of 10, and the reason why I say December the 15th is because it's 10 days before Nimrod's birthday, right? 10 days before. So we have that. Let me jump on this bike. So we have that. As you see, everyone's wearing their face masks like good little sheeple. Although they don't see anybody sick, although they go to these hospitals, they don't see anybody in them. It's just ridiculous. Like, if Satan didn't have his foot on the world right now, he has his foot on the world right now. Because we all know, all us people who know the truth, who've been watching these evil dirtbags get away with it, their time is coming to a close. As you see here, right, this kind of reminds me of what the Most High said. You know, when you see a cloud coming up out of the west, you say it will be a shower, and it cometh to pass, right? And when you see the south wind blow, you say it will be heat, and it is so. You know, all these hypocrites that can discern the face of the heaven and of the earth, but for some odd reason, they just can't discern the end times. And this goes to show how many people are reading the Bible. Because a lot of people think that those Israelis over there are fulfilling Bible prophecy. Everybody thinks since, everybody says, in the last days, all eyes will be towards Israel. No, it said in the last days that all nations are going to gather themselves to Israel. It also says that the Gentiles are going to be over there in the end days. And it also states that they're going to get wiped out. Okay? So when you see these things, like he said, and I just showed a video on Facebook yesterday, a news segment with, Hamas, the Muslims, going over there bombing Israel, the state of Israel, right? The so-called Jewish state, or what did they call that? They said it was, they say in Albert Pike's thing, right? They said, Islam and the political Zionists, not Israeli, not Israelite, not Hebrews, but political Zionists, okay? That they're going to mutually destroy each other. So what's going on in Israel now? What's going on over there now? Oh, I've watched everything since 2017, since they first started those sacrifices at the Temple Mount, which is an end times event. It said that, I forget what scripture that is, but it say that, this man, the Antichrist, he makes a covenant with many for 1 week. And in the middle of the week, he causes the sacrifices and oblations to cease. Then he sets up the abomination which maketh desolate. And it's supposed to be a war, right? It says until the wars and desolations are determined. Okay, so you're gonna see a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. And it ain't gonna be to fulfill, prophecy that's supposed to be the Jews over there. No. You're gonna find out who the real Jews are when the Most High can gather his people. And for all the people that's discredited who the real Jews are, you're the first ones that's gonna be at a look of surprise, because you're gonna be like, oh, so they really were. So they really were. This whole time, we've been lying, saying they wasn't. So with that said, this is a really bad neighborhood that I'm in, so I'm gonna get off here and go to my cousin's house and, once again, go in here and talk to him about these end times and sit here for 2 hours and go home. Shalom.